Hey guys, welcome to my show, Words of Divine Love. My name is Sarah. I'm super excited to be here with you guys this week and bring forth some messages. This week I've been getting strong messages about overcoming fear. I feel like a lot of us in the collective, that's a big thing that's coming up right now. Fear of the unknown, fears of things we didn't know that are coming up to the surface to be healed, to be looked at. So I know also another thing that has been coming up quite a bit for me is talking about power, right? Our personal power and how we give that power away, or how we perceive that we give that power away. And I previously felt that we gave our power away to people or to situations. But as I walk through my journey and go through, the different situations and things that come up in my life, I'm realizing that what we really give our power away to truly is fear. Fear is what we give our power to. It's not to a person or a situation or an outcome. It's a fear of the person, situation, or outcome, or what could happen in those scenarios, right? So we make a lot of our choices based on fear, and that's where we give our power away. So a lot of us are being called to look at our fears right now, and fears are coming up for you. So you may find yourself having to face, different challenges, and to make those choices. It's like I keep talking about, this is coming to a fork in the road, right? And it's making the choices that you've always made, or making a new choice, a choice of an unknown, right? Something that gives you fear, right? Or whatever the situation is. Right, so we're being called to face our fears. We're being called to take leaps of faith. We're being called to step into the unknown, right? To take a new leap of faith, regularly, and to walk a new path, a path that we've never walked before, but a path that's more aligned with who we want to be, right? The type of person that we want to be, the type of person we see ourselves as, right? And it's walking, kind of being two different people. It's a time of great transformation. So you're transforming from the old self to the new self. And it's a time of discomfort, because it's uncomfortable to not be your old self. And it's uncomfortable because you don't know what it means to be your new self. So there's this great discomfort and maybe even sadness for some people that comes with this, right? But if you're feeling uncomfortable and feeling kind of like you're caught between two things, almost, kind of battling with yourself, sorry, my cat's meowing in the background. Right? Every time we overcome a fear, we take back a piece of our personal power. I know every time I overcome a fear, I always instantaneously feel like I could take on the world. It's so empowering to face your fear, no matter how big or small that is. And the best way to face our fears is to understand that in this moment that we're safe, right? Most of the things that we are afraid of are either past events that have already happened, future events that haven't happened, right? Things are out of our control, are things that tend to cause us fear. Sorry. So the things that we have fear about are often things that we don't have control over, right? Or things that can't be changed, right? Things that happened in the past can't be changed. All we can do is accept what's happened in the past, forgive those situations, people, places, ourselves, so that we could move forward. There's a huge momentum in the energy right now, pushing people forward. And I know a lot of people feel that push, right? Are really starting to feel that call to be more authentic, starting to see people and situations with different eyes, and realizing what aligns with you, what doesn't align with you anymore, and starting to see sort of things fall away, or maybe even people around you just showing their true colors to you, whether that be perceived as a negative or a positive to you. It's like as people or situations or things are slipping out of your life right now, it's like it's a time to allow those things to go, to allow those things to fall away. Anything that's meant for you will find its way back, right? I always say any type of close relationship, a family, friendships, or romantic, those are all love relationships, right? If someone is meant to be in your life, love will find a way, and that person will come, the universe will make it happen. Understand in these times, if you're being called to let go of, or you see yourself drifting away from, don't be scared to let those relationships go, because the right ones, you will reconnect. And I've even noticed in the last year of my life, as I've become more spiritual and I've, just changed my vibration and my perception, that people from my past that I had lost touch with, that were really, meant a lot to me, are starting to come back in, right? So it does come back around, right? The people who are meant to be around you, the situations you're meant to be in, they'll reappear if they're meant for you. So don't be afraid to let things go, or walk away from situations. We're starting a whole new cycle in life. And I've been noticing a pattern of cycles in my life that kind of starts and ends around this time. And I realized over the last year, I repeated the exact same cycle, the exact same pattern as the year before. Like the events were almost even uncanny in the timing that they happened, how closely similar they were to the year before. And it happened so that I could see how much I'd changed and grown and learned from last year to now, and how I handled myself in situations. So you may have started to notice that too, a certain pattern of cycles in your life that happens. And right now we're closing out a 9-year, a 6-year, a 3-year, and a 1-year cycle. So what have you been doing in the last 9 years, basically? And take a look at your life right now and see that how that could be reflecting in patterns or cycles of behavior for you, especially in relationships, right? Your relationships with others. Again, not just romantic relationships, but friendships and relationships with your family, and see the patterns in those situations, especially friendships. Because in 9 years, to see who's come and gone in your life in 9 years is really interesting. So right now we're closing out and starting a whole new cycle. We're closing out the eclipse season, right? Closing out all of that energy, right? So we can begin a whole new cycle, right? So we're starting another 1-year cycle, 3, 6, 9, and 12-year cycle right now in different areas of our lives. So take a look at those patterns, right? And it may show you places that you still need to look, right? We're still working on integrating our shadow self, right? It's a never-ending process. There's always layers to things and more to dig down into, right? We're never done growing, right? Even a master knows there's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. Right? But as we go through these transitions, it's like we'll start to see those patterns, and we can call up those things and start to release some of that for ourselves, right? You can even just say to the universe, like, I'm ready to release the things that are no longer serving me. I'm ready to release these things, right? Right now, it's really about getting our energy moving. I've recently got my Reiki certification, and learning how important it is to move energy through the body, right? Everything is energy. We are all just energy. Everything around you is energy. Everything around us has a vibration, a frequency, right? We're all giving off energies to each other. So the movement of energy through our body is really important. I've always known that energy was really important, but taking the courses really reinforced for me how important the movement of energy through our body truly is. Right? And we all have the ability to do that, to move energy through our body. So that's what we're being asked to do right now, like an energetic cleansing, an energetic clearing out, right? And surrendering to the journey, and trusting and knowing that we're on the right path, that things are working out, right? Everything is always working out for you. switching your mindset and changing your perception when things happen, that things are happening for you and not to you, which is so important. And that's a big thing that really changed my life for me, was really starting to tell myself that when I perceived that things were really negative, to tell myself like, this is happening for me. And then try to look into why was this happening for me? What was this showing me? Right. And I slowly learned all the places of my shadows where I started needing to shine my light. And that's what we're all being called to do right now. So you may even find emotional irregulation for some people. You're really frustrated, maybe angry, whatever. It's like these emotions are coming up. So right, so we can start getting a better energy flow through our body, because the earth is being hit with a lot of energy all of the time, right? So we want to move out the old energy so that we have room to bring in these new energies, right? The energies of new earth, right? We're in the age of Aquarius now. We're moving away from that lower vibrational energy of the age of Pisces, right? And we're starting to create that heaven on earth, right? We are all the pioneers of that, which is really, really cool to me when I think about that. That's really, really cool, right? Because there will be a day when things are very different and our society is very different, and people live differently, and it's really cool to think we are all at the beginning of that, right? There'll come a time when people talk about the beginning of the age of enlightenment, right? The age of Aquarius, the golden age. And we are all, us light workers now are the ones bringing that in. And that's so powerful. That's why it's so important right now that we continue to work on ourselves and push forward, even when it seems hard, even when we feel like giving up, because truly there is no turning back, right? You jumped on the chariot doesn't go backwards, right? You can only keep going forward. So even when it seems hard, don't give up. Keep pushing forward, keep moving forward, and start to see the bigger picture. Allow the bigger picture to unfold in front of you. Enjoy your journey, take time to enjoy the journey, and just understand that it takes as long as it takes, and everything happens in divine timing, and that everything is always working out for you, and that you are so loved. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm going to keep going live on my page, Words of Divine Love. If you want to check me out and join me there, I'm going to be doing some different stuff. So have a good night.